I'm Kim, the Abundant Traveler, and welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you everything that you need to know before you go to Rocky Mountain National Park. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, that's the red button below, give it a thumbs up, and ring that notification bell because you don't want to miss an episode. It helps all of us content creators continue creating great content. So in this video, I'm going to share several tips for you going to Rocky Mountain National Park. I've been here a few days. It has been absolutely spectacular. I can't believe Mother Nature created this. You have to come to this park. So let's dive right in. The park is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's open 365 days a year, but that doesn't mean all access for 365 days. We are somewhere between 5,600 feet and 12,000 feet. So a lot of the year, part of the park is closed due to snow. This park has over 4.5 million visitors a year, and it is the third or fourth most visited national park in the United States. Reason I don't know whether it's third or fourth is I can't get the accurate information from Google. Here in the park, we have over 250,000 acres of land that you can see. We have over 800 miles of trails. It's absolutely spectacular. Anywhere you can pull off, there's got to be a trail right there. There's only one 14er, and if you don't know what a 14er is, it's one of the 55 peaks that are over 14,000 feet. So the Longs Peak is the only 14er in the national park, and it's at 14,259 feet. A big shout out to Theodore Roosevelt for creating this national park in 1915. It is unbelievable. There are so many rangers out here, bus drivers taking you around, people maintaining the roads. Thank you so much for everybody that is working in this park to make it such a spectacular place. So let's talk a little bit about getting here. The park is actually about a 15-minute drive from Estes Park. It's about an hour drive from Boulder, and it's about an hour and a half from Denver or the Denver airport. I definitely recommend that you have your own car, and I suggest not getting a car that is too big. I mean, if you have a lot of people, an SUV is great, but not too big because parking is limited and you don't want to pull off when you see a moose on the side of the road and block all the other people. You want to actually pull into one of the parking areas. 4 doors, yes. A trunk, yes, just to make sure that you can hide all your valuables. But if you don't need a big truck, don't bring a big truck. You can also go camping here in the park, but you have to get a permit and make a reservation. I did not camp while I was here, so I honestly don't know a lot about the camping rules and the permits. So you'll definitely have to check out Google for that. So if you are in a limited time frame, I definitely recommend at least 2 days in the park. 2 days you can do Bear Lake and hike Emerald, Nymph, and Dream Lake, as well as Bear Lake. You can also do Trail Ridge Road. In the summer, if you're here, not only can you take Trail Ridge Road up to the Alpine Visitor Center, you can actually do Fall River Road as well. Now, it's 9 miles of hairpin turns and dirt roads, but it is worth going to Fall River Road and do that trail as well. And if you're interested, I have a video specifically on taking Trail Ridge Road and Fall River Road going up to Alpine Visitor Center. Let's talk a little bit about getting into the park. When it's off season, it's not so hard to get into the park, but high season from Memorial Day into October before the first snow, you actually have to have a time slot permit to get into the park. The way to get there is the nationalparkservice.gov and go, and if you don't book a month in advance, you have to go 5 p.m. the night before and try and get one of the 2-hour time slots. My recommendation, of course, is doing it 1 month in advance. But if you're like me, not a planner, I had to do it the day before. You have to have a login for the National Park Service. So the first day that I tried this, I hit it, and then I got it. And then what happened is it said, please log in, and I didn't have a login. So then I had to create a login, and then it wanted me to verify my email and everything else. And by the time I was done, I did not get the time that I wanted. I actually got 4 hours later. Be prepared, make a login for the National Park Service before you try and get your entry for your time slot. Now, the entry for the time slot is not paying for you to get into the park. The park is $25 a day or $35 for the week, or $70 for all year. There is all type of topography here at the park. You have alpine meadows, you have forests, you have craters and rocks and everything. And if you are lucky, you will get to see a rainbow. Also, if you're lucky, there are lots of animals around. There are over 60 different mammals that are here in the park. There are over 280 species of birds here, 140 species of butterflies, as well as 7 different fish that are native to the area. So let's talk about the things you need to wear, what you need to bring, what you need to pack, and all of that. There is only one restaurant in the park, and it is at the Alpine Visitor Center. As a result, I suggest that you pack a cooler and bring lots and lots of water. Remember, we're at altitude, so you're gonna need more water than you think. As far as the foods that you should bring, I recommend bringing some carbs because you're gonna be hiking. I recommend bringing some protein as well. I also recommend bringing some nuts for fat. I also suggest that with clothing that you bring layers. If you're coming here in the summer, you think, oh, it's summer, it's great. You can wear a t-shirt and shorts. Well, remember that you are in the mountains and the weather can change at any second. I have had 1 minute rain, 1 minute cold, 1 minute hot. You just never know what to expect in the mountains and you need to be prepared. Every day I have had a pair of long pants, I've had a short skirt, hiking skirt, I just use my Keens. I had 2 pairs of socks every day. I had a t-shirt, I had a jacket that I'm wearing now. I also had a rain jacket. Remember, it can rain at any moment here. I also had a scarf and a cap. Make sure also to bring, extremely important, is bring bug spray. There are lots and lots of biting flies and mosquitoes here. I also suggest that you bring some sunscreen, the good kind for your face, and just whatever you need for your arms and legs while you're out there hiking. So there are 4 entrances into the park, and a lot of people stay in Estes Park, which is only about a 10-minute drive into the park. There are 2 entrances from Estes Park. You can go to Beaver Meadows, or you can go to Fall River. I actually have done both from Estes Park. You can also go to Grand Lake, which is another town. You can stay there as well, or you can go to Wild Basin. Very few people actually go to Wild Basin because it's about 30 minutes from Estes Park, and that is the closest town. However, if you want a different experience, then I recommend you go down to Wild Basin and check it out from there. Not as many people, lots of wildlife, and lots of beautiful, beautiful scenery to be seen. If you're not much of a hiker or just a novice and want to do more hiking and you're interested in finding out what you should put in your backpack, go to the description below. I have a free guide to everything that I put in my backpack, as long as the backpack that I use for day packs. It's super lightweight and I have all my goodies inside. It's the perfect thing to have when you are just day hiking. So some of the highlights that I recommend that you do in summer: Fall River Road. Take the chance, go up the switchbacks to Fall River Road. Also, I recommend at least one of your days that you get the all-access pass to the park with Bear Lake Road. That is extra. You can't always go to Bear Lake Road. From Bear Lake Road, you can hike Bear Lake, which is about a half a mile around, and Spectacular. You can also go to Moraine Park. You can also do the famous hike, and probably the most famous hike in the park, which is from Nymph Lake to Dream Lake to Emerald Lake. And I have a video on that specific hike, so make sure to check it out. It depends on how hard you want to go, how easy you want to go, what you want to see, what the topography you want to see, whether you want to see meadows, mountains, alpine meadows, rocks, you want to climb rocks. Just make sure you have a crash pad if you're going to climb rocks. There is so much here to do and see. Oh, one more highlight: Alluvial Falls. It is gorgeous. It's at the beginning of Fall River Road. Definitely, it's a must-see. So a couple extra items of logistics before you come. Okay, number 1, there's no gas stations, so make sure to fill up with gas before you come. Also, don't ride your brakes. And if somebody comes up behind you, pull over at the next place you can pull over and let those people pass. They're obviously in a hurry for something. Also, another tip about when you're arriving to the park in your allotted time slot. If you want to get in right at the time, make sure that you get there about 15 minutes beforehand because there's always a line. Also, don't come in at the last 15 minutes because the next set of people are lined up. And if you have the wrong time, they will not let you in. They will turn you around and make you come back. Now, of course, you can come back without a time permit. However, that time permit, if you just want to see the park, is before 9 a.m. Expect to wait an hour and a half to get in, or after 3 p.m. If you want to see Bear Lake and you're trying to get in before or after, it is a 5 a.m. cutoff for no reservation, or a 6 p.m. cutoff. So it's really hard to make that great hike up to the 3 different lakes if you're coming at 6 p.m. If you're going in at 5 a.m., then I recommend that you go in at 5 a.m., you just park, you take a nap, and then you get up when the sun rises, have a little breakfast, and then you take your hike. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video and it makes your trip to Rocky Mountain National Park much easier than it was for me. I messed up all kinds of times when I was trying to figure this out for myself. Please leave a comment below if you have any additional suggestions that I did not cover in this video. I am Kim, the Abundant Traveler, and I will see you in some amazing national park very, very soon. Mwah! Oh my goodness. Perfection. 2 rainbows. And honestly, one of them, we can see the other side. Mother Nature is pretty spectacular.